Of all the games of this past generation, one of the best and most memorable titles was Persona 5. The 2017 game was a superb and stylish RPG that stands as one of the best, if not the best, RPG of all time. But as with most of the series' mainline entries, Persona 5 is getting an all-new re-release with Persona 5 Royal. The game was pretty much perfect back in the day and is still now, so it's hard to see how Atlus could improve it. But nevertheless, here we go, let's see how Royal does, shall we? One of Persona 5's strongest points was its incredibly enjoyable and engaging storyline. Following a young student who gains special powers, he goes through his normal everyday life. He soon notices many corrupt people, and with the help of a group of similarly minded youngsters, they hope to steal the hearts of the scummy big shots of society. That is just a small description of the story on offer, and I don't really want to spoil it for you if it's your first time. The game is chock-a-block full of text, and the translation here is second to none, with plenty of depths to all its characters, both main and side. It's incredibly astounding how detailed the tale is. Royal does follow the same stunning story as the original, but it does build upon the original with an expanded story with new semesters, characters and other secrets I won't spoil. But this extra narrative fits effortlessly in the game, and it does improve the already brilliant story. If you haven't played Persona 5 before, you're probably wondering what the heck it's all about. Well, it's an RPG with a sort of social simulation mixed in between. As you're a young school student, you have to manage both your normal life and your alter ego life. You spend your normal life going to school, attending lessons, meeting up with other members of the Phantom Thieves, doing jobs to get money, meeting up with confidence, as well as exploring Japan. Doing all this in your free time isn't for nothing, as it greatly improves your stats and abilities for the battles to come. And these battles are absolutely brilliant. Persona 5's battle system was snappy, stylish and an utter blast back in the day, and still is. The main aim of battles is to find each enemy's weakness. If you exploit an enemy's weakness, then they won't be able to move and you'll be able to do extra damage. If all enemies have their weaknesses exploited at once, you can then do a special all-out attack, which absolutely devastates them. There's even more layers to the combat, as you have your personas, which can add new abilities to your team members, baton passes, which allow you to give your turn to another player, to armed weapons. There's so much to talk about combat, I would be here all day, but rest assured it's a quality battle system, easily one of the best in the business. These battles take place in palaces, the mind of your corrupted target who you hope to change. These palaces are like dungeons with puzzles, secrets and obviously battles housed in them. Lasting you many hours and multiple visits, these palaces are brilliantly designed. But it isn't just palaces you find battles, as there's a place called Momentous, a randomly generated labyrinth full of secrets and battles to help level up your characters for the many tough fights ahead. A big part of the joy of Persona 5 is in its time management routine, as each day you have to pick what things to do, be it work, playing with friends, or exploring Momentous. You're free to choose whatever you want to do, but you must complete the current palace within a certain time. So a good example of this would be you have a couple of weeks to complete the palace, so you can spend a few days boosting your stats with activities, then do a few days delving into the palace. Deciding on how you tackle what tasks you do is a great experience and allows for a lot of player freedom. Now it's time to talk about what Royal brings to the table. The original Persona 5 was a huge title, taking you easily 100 plus hours to complete, and Royal adds a heck of a lot extra content to this already lengthy game. First up is the extra semester, which extends and expands on the game's ending, bringing a bit more closure to the tale. Within this new semester is a whole new palace, and this dungeon is arguably the best in the game, with so many brilliant ideas and boss fights that are utterly awesome. This new semester adds a very generous extra 20 hours of gameplay to this already lengthy title. But the extras don't stop there, as Atlus has included a bucket load of new stuff and improvements to the game. Another big addition is the new member of the Phantom Thieves. The new character is Kasumi, a gymnast with her own personal reasons for joining the Thieves, and we also have a new confidant in the incredibly likeable school counsellor Tokuto Maruki. As always with the Persona games, these characters are incredibly well written and are incredibly likeable too, and seamlessly woven into the game's plot. And again, the new stuff doesn't stop there, as Momentous has been greatly improved with a new character called Jose, offering you new items for exploring the labyrinth. Combat has also been spruced up a bit, with range weapons being more powerful. There's also new ultimate moves called Showtime attacks, which are very cinematic and lovely to look at. All the palaces have been expanded and spruced up with new areas, as well as the boss fights have also been revamped too, so they provide a cool new challenge for returning players. The new stuff also continues with new cutscenes, personas, armors, items. You also have a bit more free time as Morgana the cat doesn't keep pestering you to go to bed. Plus there's many other small quality of life improvements and a load of free DLC that makes Royal the ultimate version of the RPG. On to the presentation now, and the game, when it was released in 2017, was a dual release on both the PS3 and the PS4. The PS4 version was incredibly similar to the PS3 with no PS4 Pro enhancements at all. That being said, the game still looks great, but Royal has included a nice little boost to the graphics with a much sharper images, new animations, as well as 4K support for those with a Pro. Again, Persona 5 Royal looks brilliant on whatever console you play it on. Audio wise now, unlike the original release, Royal contains an absolutely awesome soundtrack with plenty of upbeat and catchy tunes. Royal includes the same selection of music from the original release, plus a whole new collection of tunes just made for Royal. Again, I have to admit, it's one of the best soundtracks in gaming I've seen. Conclusion time now, and Persona 5 Royal is an absolutely stunning game that has stolen my heart yet again, delivering the same wonderful game from 2017 but with a whole host of new features of quality and life improvements that make the game feel incredibly different from its original release. Adding a huge amount of new content from the new semester, new characters, new areas and loads of unlockables, it's a truly incredibly valued package that, like the recent Switch re-release of Dragon Quest XI, makes double dipping for fans a must. And those lucky few who've never played the original, they get to play one of the finest RPGs ever created. So with that, I'm giving Persona 5 Royal a 10 out of 10 with a title of outstanding. As always, thank you for watching my review, like, rate and subscribe, and until next time, happy gaming, bye!